All right. I just watched Goldfinger, the Sean Connery James Bond movie from 1964. Boy, was that good. I don't think I ever saw it in widescreen. I think in fact, I don't ever think I saw it at a theater. I saw it on just regular TVs. Probably the biggest TV I saw it on would have been a 27-inch tube TV. Don't kick the camera while I'm talking. I won't. I'm talking to myself. Anyway, it was excellent. Oh my God, it was so good. I remembered a lot of it, but because I probably watched it whenever it came on TV. But I don't think I ever saw it when it was wide vision. But it was so good. Oh my God, it was nostalgic. For starters, there was one scene where Odd Job, the Korean assistant to Goldfinger, uh, picks up James Bond at the airport in a country Squire station wagon from about probably 1962. But anyway, I had a country Squire station wagon that was a 1962. I bought it in 1972, and I think I paid $400 for it. A few things didn't work, but boy, was that a fun car to drive, and I could load it up with lumber and all kinds of stuff. So there was some nostalgia there, but just everything about it. James Bond was by John Sean Connery was so good. I've watched the others. I sort of accepted them, but nothing was good as James Bond and Sean Connery, especially when he says Bond, James Bond. You get a chance to see that and you haven't seen it in a while. It is a fun movie to watch. And let's see what else. I put on this hat a little while ago and I realized that I've got maybe probably an extra inch that I don't think it's stretched. It's the phenomena. I lost a lot of weight from since I moved to Florida 5 years ago, and and I know my feet would get my shoes fit better now, and so I know there's things that you never expected to lose weight in, but I've lost weight in my head. My head has gotten smaller. All my hats are loose, and I used to have the fat head syndrome where I couldn't find hats that would fit me. You see them at the beach or someplace you want to buy a hat. But when I first started needing a hat was when I first started losing hair. Now it's real sparse up there. But we went to Disneyland, and that was about 1987 or 88. And we've been living in Seattle. And the we got out of the car. I think I parked in the parking lot. We walked across the parking lot, got the tickets, and walked into Disneyland. And that little short bit of time, my head was on fire, and I'd never noticed that before. And that was when I first started realizing my head hair had gotten real thin. And so as soon as we go through the gate, they got a big, all kinds of hats on display there. So I guess I wasn't the only one. And I paid some ridiculous price for a hat that didn't fit because hats never fit me. I bet I could go buy a hat off the rack now. I think whatever it is, it might be like instead of a size 8, which I think I wear, and maybe it's now a 7 3/4, which I have seen in a lot of places. So actually, I just call them large, extra large, or they're adjustable. I used to get the adjustable ones where they come in pieces, and I put a rubber band through and tie it on one end, tie it on the other, and then it would be a stretch adjustable. Fat head. Yes, I am a fat head. But one of the biggest things that I just noticed recently is while I was losing weight, um, I all my old belts were way too big, and they were like wrapping around me almost 1.5 times. So anyway, I bought a new belts. I've got 2 new belts that fit pretty good now, but I couldn't find one the other day, and I found this old belt, and I bought this when when I was probably just starting to lose weight, and the other belts were getting too big. So it still didn't fit. So I put a hole in it right there. Where's the camera? There it is. I put a hole right there. So you see all these little holes. These are the ones that came with it, and I put a hole there. So I didn't wear it for long, I guess, because I started losing weight, and I might have. It doesn't look like the others have really been punched out. This second one looks like it might have had a little bit of wear, but it was like I was wearing corded pants where there's a cord you tie for the whole time I was losing weight. So anyway, I couldn't find my other belt. I went and found this one. I tried to put it on, and it wouldn't cinch up tight enough to hold my pants up. And so I had to drill another hole right there. So I've got a hole right there and there. The whole middle wasn't used, and this is weight loss, rapid weight loss demonstration. Hole at the beginning, hole at the end. Is that interesting? Only the fat guys. Nothing worse than not being able to buckle your belt. Is that what we call it? So anyway, I'm still trying to lose some more weight. Doctor wants me to get under 200 pounds. I haven't been under 200 pounds since I think seventh grade was the last time I weighed 200 pounds. Might have been eighth grade. And the thing about it was I'm 6'3". Well, I became 6'3". I'm about 6'2" now. But in seventh or eighth grade, I was probably about 5'8". So my auto shop teacher used to tell people it was easier to jump over me than it was to walk around me. I used to crack up. Okay, that's all I got. So go see Goldfinger and smoke them if you got them. Those would be ribs. Good night.